I'm Jake Williams, and I'm a sophomore at Berkeley High, and I'm 15 years old. I'm Daniel's friend. My name's Jake.
My name's Leo. I'm 15 years old, and I'm a sophomore at Berkeley High.
All right, I'm Hakan Fried Thorson. I'm 16, and I'm in IB, or BIHS.
All right, I'm Owen Rieger, 15, sophomore Berkeley High.
Yeah, I compare myself to others. It can either make me feel better, or it can make me feel really insignificant.
Somewhere around my age, I would say, like, sometimes, I just kind of look over and, like, just think of what their life must be about. I can't necessarily say that I compare myself, like, statistically wise, but I guess, like, just looking around and just observing some.
Yeah, I compare myself to so many people because I'm surrounded by such talented, beautiful boys, and it just makes me kind of hurt inside a little bit.
I definitely do have I wish I was a certain way, different from myself, but and I don't think it makes me feel bad. It doesn't it's more of creates an urge to improve myself rather than like a negative kind of thing. It's more like a motivation.
I actually don't do that a lot. I just love myself, man. I'm not gonna. I don't think anyone's better or worse than me. We're all just human.
My self-esteem's alright, Like, I get a lot of shit from my friends, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'm a very forgetful person. It's like, even if I do something stupid one day, like, I'd most likely forget it by the next day unless, like, someone reminds me. And, like...
No, but for real, I think it really comes down to, like, COVID. I got, like, really, like, starved for social interaction, and then I come back, and everything is just increased tenfold.
In high school, I think it's nice because I got some more friends. But like in for high school, it's been going pretty good. Except recently, like my AP chemistry grade just dropped like 3% in the last 2 days because of a shitty ass assignment. So that sucks. Like that's a drop in my self-esteem.
I see males in the media, usually like in action movies, as these like beefy guys that feel nothing, that, it usually makes me feel less than, or like I have to get that image,
I feel like males are, like, almost 90% of the way, like, in action movies and stuff, they're always jacked and stuff. I honestly don't care that much. It is what it is, I mean...
God, they're so buff. They're like chunky boys. Like, I don't really pay attention to it that much, so I don't really care. Yeah, okay, so I mean, like, especially in, like, porn, that's, like, the really only interaction I have with it, but...
And like, that would make you feel, like, self-conscious about yourself?
Yeah, I mean, the only self-consciousness I have about my appearance is I could have better arms.
I mean, it just varies. I don't think there's one. I think there's definitely one that's portrayed as like the goal, right? Like Chris Hemsworth, but it's not just. I mean, it's not. I don't think it's that extreme. I don't think they're pushing that extremely.
Oh yeah, I mean, I give it a good cry. Maybe send a prayer to the good Lord looking over me. And, I feel like I'm pretty good at the whole expressing emotion things. I know some people usually that are looking for that tough guy image, don't cry, no. Sometimes you need that. I need that. Yeah, I mean, me and my friends have meetings like twice a week, and we just talk about what's going on. And I think that's been really helpful for my development as a growing young man.
I feel like the people that I express my feelings the most is like gaming at 2 a.m. to like random people in a lobby. I'll just be like, man, sometimes life gets on hard, but most of the times I just kind of forget, and I just forget most of the time, you know. So I don't really talk to my friends about it that much. I'm not really depressed in the first place, to be fair, but yeah.
It really depends on who. I mean, like,
Anyone.
anyone.
It's like, do you feel as if you have someone that you can talk to, or do you just like put it upon yourself?
Depends on what type of thing I'm sad about. Like, if it's something school related, yeah, I'll talk about it. If it's like a little bit more personal, I have to know the person well. I don't know them that well, but I think I could talk to some.
Yeah, I can definitely express my feelings to other people. That's definitely an option for me. To be honest, I don't get sad much. Like, definitely self-esteem can go down, but I don't think that's considered sadness. I think sadness is like a certain event that happens, and then you feel bad because of that. And if that ever happens, then I think I have someone to talk to, or I feel able to talk to people.
Yeah.
Just want to go over there and give them a big hug, but you know, that'd be weird because they're a stranger. I mean, they might not be. If it's one of my friends, you know, give them a hug and a smooch, and you know, ask them what's going on.
Like, oh man, that guy must be down on the... He must feel blue, right? I feel like males don't cry as much as females. I think so. This is like what I think.
I don't know. I'm not the best at handling that. Unlike you, I'm sure. I think I could I mean,
No, like,
I'll try and comfort them, I guess. Is that the question?
yeah, but like, do you think of them in like a certain way?
I don't know, they're not weak for crying. I don't
I
care.
don't think it's any different from any other person crying. It's just like I see them and I feel empathy for them. Like what's going on right now? Like for them, like why are they crying? And sometimes, like if it's a really young kid, then sometimes I'm like, okay, that's like most likely it's just bullshit. But when it's someone like my age, I'm like, oh, there must be something really going wrong, and like I don't want to go up to them and ask them about it. Like when I see someone that I don't know, it's like kind of like Jake's answer, right? Like I'm not about to just like go over there and give them a hug. Like sometimes I want to, right? Like, oh, this person's feeling really sad, and they seem to be pretty mature, so it's like they're probably going through something. So I should give them emotional support. At the same time, it's probably gonna be pretty awkward, so I don't do it. But I feel empathy.
Yeah. In high school, I think I've opened my shop, but Zoom really, like, I was alone, just in my thoughts all the time, thinking about all that dark stuff, you know, trigger warning. I have thought about those things. I'm just going to leave it at that.
All right, thank you, Jake.
That's it?
Can't really think. I've just more thought about, like, you know, would I survive if I jumped in front of that car, you know? But, like, I haven't thought about killing myself, or, like...
Confident to say no to most of this. I think if I was gone, the world would be a worse place. I mean, I'm just not thinking about suicide or self-harm. I kind of don't like pain at all, so I'm good.
Yeah, definitely what people think if I've gone when I'm gone. That's honestly one of the main things that I think about during life, is because you're only here for 100 years, you know. So once that's over, after a few generations, no one's gonna know who you are unless you attain a certain status, right? Like a president or someone like super rich or super famous, or for whatever reason. And so I think about like will people remember me, and how they will remember me, and I want them to to remember me in a good way.
Okay, so you would say that that's sort of like an existential worldview.
Yeah, it's definitely existential. Yeah, yes.
All right, cool. All right.